Kristen Koehler. She is the Executive Director of IUP Lively Arts with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, it is getting down to crunch time here for this season, isn't it?
It is. We are we are finishing up the season and preparing for next, so it's a very exciting time, definitely.
Boy, are you finishing it in a big way, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Kinky Boots. I can't tell you how excited I am about the show. I think it's going to be so much fun. We've had a lot of excitement. Tickets are flying out the door, but we still have some. So if people are interested, we invite them to give us a call or check out our website.
Now, that's Thursday.
It's Thursday, 8 p.m.
Fisher Auditorium. And direct from Broadway right here to Indiana, PA.
Direct from Broadway and here to Indiana.
Wow.
Wonderful touring production. And, I think people are really going to enjoy it. Tony Award winning, too.
Absolutely. Won the 2013 Best Musical.
Yep.
And the music of Cyndi Lauper.
Music of Cyndi Lauper. I mean, I'm a girl of the 80s, so I have Cyndi Lauper pulsing through my veins right now.
So you just want to have fun, too, huh?
I do. Right. And you will with Kinky Boots.
So Thursday at 8 o'clock, Kinky Boots from Broadway to Indiana. And what a show it will be.
Yes.
And wow. IUP, and I know Lively Arts, you try to do at least one show and usually two shows each year. Two big musicals.
Right.
And my goodness, you hit it out of the park with these ones this year.
And we will, I'm waiting to see the contracts in before I say this, but, we are expecting two musicals next year, too, but I won't believe it until I see the papers.
This is the part of the year where I try to pry information out of you,
right.
and you never give it up.
No, I'm sorry. I wish I could. I'm a people pleaser. I want to. But looking forward to getting that paperwork in and telling people all about next year.
Now, Kinky Boots, is it the last of the Ovation series this year?
It is. It's the last of the Ovation series.
But there are many other series in addition to Ovations, and you've still got things going on with those.
We do. And actually, we hope that people will have either seen 12th Night already this first weekend. It was open this past weekend. But we do have one more weekend of performances for 12th Night, and that's directed by our own Dean of the College of Fine Arts, Michael Hood.
Yeah.
And, Michael's retiring
soon.
Swan song. So it's his swan song, and we'd love people to come out and not only support Michael, but support the wonderful students and faculty and community members who are in that production and have a fun evening of watching a Shakespearean comedy. I mean, what more could you ask for?
I always thought Michael would be great on stage in a Shakespeare play. I wonder if he's done that.
Well, he's got the best voice. I'm sure, you've heard it here, I'm sure, but
quite often.
He would be wonderful. I'm not aware of all of his different performances in the past, but I can't imagine with a voice like that you haven't done some Shakespeare.
He's done some soliloquying.
Right.
He's been soliloquizing here for us for so long. But our best to Michael Hood. But what a way to go out. So this weekend.
So
12th night
maybe,
at 9 p.m.
Maybe see Kinky Boots Thursday night and Friday or Saturday see 12th Night.
Now, is it at Waller or Fisher?
12th Night is happening in Waller.
Okay.
And Fisher Auditorium is where Kinky Boots will be happening.
Okay.
So that's what's happening with Theater by the Grove. That's 12th Night. And we also have IUP Music and Theater is doing a production called Figaro. And this is going to be produced and directed by Dr. Oliver Lowe. And they are basically taking two lengthy operas from a trilogy and putting them into a single show. So it's kind of like the greatest hits. And they're doing some of the more well-known opera songs from both operas, including the famous overtures, Largo, among others. So the dramatic progression is going to advance to a much faster pace, and he talks about the characters being sympathetic, flesh and blood human beings, and it's going to provide an entertaining evening.
So arias from, what is it, The Marriage of Figaro and Barbara of Seville? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Rossini.
There you go.
Now, when is that?
That is happening
She grabs the book.
I grabbed the book May 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th at 7:30, and that's also in Waller.
Okay. All right. That's a good setting
Yep.
for that. I bet you
Yep.
the acoustics there are wonderful for
They're
that.
wonderful, and it's a nice, intimate space. No bad seat in Waller.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay.
And what else do we have here? We also
Don't know. You
I know. I'm supposed to know. I'm not sure if everybody's aware, but the IUP University Museum has gone downtown again. And this is the 5th consecutive year that the University Museum has done this. They've partnered with the Artist Hand Gallery and Espresso Bar here on Philadelphia Street, just down the street in Indiana. And it's already opened on April 11th, but it's not too late to go and see it. The exhibit is entitled Women of Art, and it's running through May 21st. And, free admission. And it's going to feature a lot of different female artists from the University Museum Permanent Collection. And it's going to, embody an array of styles, time periods, and artists. So we'd love to have people see that. And we also have the MFA exhibition of the IUP students, I believe has already closed. Yep, I think that closed at the end of this past month. But coming up, we have the BFA exhibition of our very talented undergrad art students who are graduating. And the reception for that is on May 3rd at 5 p.m. in the Kipp Gallery, first floor, Sprouse Hall. So we'd love to have people come out and support that.
Sure, they get to see some wonderful artwork done by the undergrads.
Yep.
There you go. Wonderful.
So
that's the schedule for the remaining weeks
Yes.
of this semester.
Correct.
And meanwhile, you begin to work where you've been working
Yes.
on next season's schedule.
Yes.
Now, normally a season is going to have, we mentioned the 2 musicals that you'd love to be able to wrap those 2 musicals up and
Right.
and assure those. There are usually all kinds of different concerts from singers and musicians, and I'm assuming that you're looking at those sorts of acts as well.
I am. I think what has been really wonderful about the Ovation series, I love the variety that's been offered to the community, and I definitely love to keep with that variety. I am looking at having another dance show, having some music acts, and I am also looking into adding some children's programming to that. Yeah. So
they did that a couple of years ago too. That's some wonderful kids
So
programming.
hoping to have some stuff for children and families. And
There's always an international flavor to what you do too, bringing other
and
cultures here.
that may show its form in dance this year.
Oh,
So
okay.
again, waiting for contracts before I say anything, but our surveys were coming in from our advisory committee the other day. So
Now, for those who aren't aware of how it is that you come up with these acts, and you're able to say, okay, this is a show that I think would really work well at IUP. What's the process whereby you find these acts and you get a chance to experience them and say, okay, that's one that I want to bring to IUP? How do you do that?
it can happen a variety of ways. I have not here because I haven't booked a season yet here. I inherited a very well-planned season by my predecessor, Hank Nur. But in the past, I have gotten suggestions from community members, people on my advisory committees in the past. I've developed relationships with agents over many years that offer different types of shows.
And there are showcases too.
There are
aren't there?
showcases. I didn't have travel money at my last job, but I was lucky enough here at IUP to be able to travel to some of my first conferences on performing arts and have absolutely loved that.
Yeah.
So it's been wonderful to get out there and meet the agents face to face. Some who I had worked with for over 10 years, I got to meet at a conference this past August.
Yeah.
So variety of ways, but I want people to feel like this is their series as well. I want it to reflect the taste and what people are excited about here in Indiana, and maybe expose them to a few things they didn't realize they might like too.
I think that's a big part of the mission of not only IUP Lively Arts, but IUP as a whole, is to bring other cultures in to experience us, for us to experience them, and for them to experience what it is around here, what life is like.
Right.
And many times the artists that come particularly for Ovations, they end up spending some time, a few hours in a school setting with school students and teaching them about what they do.
Exactly, and that's another amazing part of Ovations that doesn't happen with every series that's out there at a university or college. And what I also love about our Ovation series, and I'd love to continue that as well, is trying to find opportunities for students to perform. If there isn't a Q&A session with the artists, there might be some opportunities for students to perform during these shows as well, but that's still up in the air.
Okay, so think back on your first Ovation series that you've experienced here at IUP. What are the one or two shows that made your eyes pop out of your head and said, wow, that was really great? What are those things that as you watched them maybe weren't expecting them to be so brilliant and they ended up really just dazzling you?
Well, I will admit to the core I'm a theater girl. I have my background in theater, so I'm always going to have a sweet spot for musical theater. I don't think that's a hard sell, but I think what was exciting about this past year was there were a lot of shows that came in that were like nothing I had ever seen before. Le Ballet Trocadero was amazing and so fun and so funny. Haya, which just came and went, that was a wonderful show as well.
I bet you Jersey Boys really hit you, didn't it?
Jersey Boys was amazing. I had seen that at the Fox Theater in Atlanta years ago, and a wonderful production happened here as well. So
yeah, you think back on this past season, Black Violin made everybody talk.
Oh, yeah.
Hot Sardines was an incredible show.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Jersey Boys. Everybody loves a Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra.
Yep, that's a favorite.
Just a beautiful thing. Folks want to know about IUP Lively Arts. They want to keep up on this series. In the next couple of months, you're going to be making the announcement of what the upcoming season will be. They can follow it on your Facebook and website, correct?
Yep, that's correct. And even give us a call, shoot us an email. We'll be happy to give you an update as they're available.
And if they're not on your mailing list, they can get on it?
Definitely. Our phone number is 724-357-1313 for the box office to get tickets, or 2787 for the administrative office. And just check us out on our website, iup.edu/livelyarts.
Beautiful. Kristen, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate that. You're going to be with us next month, and we're going to do more review of the past season. I'm still going to try to squeeze out some information on you.
Well, hopefully I can say something.
Yeah, that would be good. It's Indiana in the Morning.